Hello there, Aries. My name's Frankie, and this is going to be your October 2016 reading. And what I've done here for you is to lay 4 cards for the month of October. I'm going to use the bottom card for the overall view of the month, and we'll pull angel card at the end of the reading. Uh, I am not an astrologer, so I've looked up the astrology for you, and the emphasis is in the seventh house, and that would be changes in environment, partnership, marriage, teamwork, public relations, alliances, your mate, allies, competitors. It can mean like lawsuits, divorce, anything that does with cooperation and face-to-face type relationships. I also think it can mean your grandparents and anybody who would act as a representative for you. And because I'm an empath, when you hear me say I, all of us out there are Aries right now. And Spirit gave me a few words before I started the reading, and they are communication, courage, and obedience. And I don't know why we're getting the word obedience, but it seemed kind of pretty interesting, being as this is a what did they say, seventh house, mates and teamwork and marriage or partnership. So it can be business partnership, marriage partnership, relationship partnership, anybody that I have to work with. But we have some interesting cards here, and all I can think of is, wow, this might be a little bit strange month for us, Aries. The very first card on the bottom of the deck is the Magician. And I thought when I saw this card here, excellent. We have the Magician. It's new beginnings, new starts, fresh everything. This is someone, they're telling us that we have the power and the ability in our hands to manifest that which it is that we want this month. I believe it that, and you'll see why I'm saying this, but I keep thinking maybe we have to go around about to manifest that which we want. And the first and foremost thing I think we want to keep in mind is when we have the Magician for the overall view of the month, we have an absolute excellent chance of upping our game, whether it's in a relationship or if it's in business or our work or whatever, upping our game because we have the tools that are required in order to perform that which we want to perform. When you have the Magician, you have the ability to manipulate or manifest that which it is that you want. The only problem that ever comes up with a Magician card like this is, yes, I have the tools, but if I don't use those tools appropriately, they can come back and bite me in the butt. As with any type of spiritual thing that we're working with, it can backfire on us if we don't use it right. So what Spirit's saying to us as an all-round view is look at the tools we have. Evaluate the tools that's required to perform the task, right? Do I need another tool? Do I just use the ones that I have? Because it feels very relationship oriented, and that's not just because it's in the seventh house. It's because of those words, the words communication, courage, and obedience. So these things coming together tell me that each one of us, because these are general readings, we have a particular situation that is around us. So what they're saying to me very loud is pay attention when I'm being given good counsel or wise guidance. So if you have a friend or a loved one or even a business associate that can really help you, like in moving forward this month. Listen carefully. That means listen means does not mean hear. When I hear things, it goes in this ear and out the other. If I listen, I stop and I pay attention to the way the communication is coming at me. Now, that's an important thing to remember with the magician there, because our first card for the month, and I don't believe these cards are going to go week by week. I believe they're going to blend in and out throughout the month, and for some reason, I feel that whatever situation it is that we're dealing with, we've probably been dealing with it since last month, or even, maybe a little over a month. The first card here is the Six of Pentacles, and normally this is the card I always think more than enough to share, more than enough to spare. We're in a good situation where if we want to give, we can. We have more than enough supply, whether it's financial or whatever, for ourselves, and to be able to share it also. So in this case, it's in reverse, which means that actually we really, really want to help someone, but we don't have the funds, or we are not in the appropriate situation to be able to help someone right now. And that makes us sad. It makes us upset, because we're Aries and we're givers, and we really, want to be able to be in a position of sharing. But they're saying to me, maybe we don't, because what were they saying about in the beginning? Maybe we really aren't supposed to share, because we have a couple cards in here that are kind of odd, and because we're all individuals and this is a general reading, it's going to hit each one of us differently. So they're saying we want this cooperation, because this is around relationships, right? So we want this cooperation, so we want to be willing to cooperate with others, but not so willing that we are either giving beyond our means, or you'll see in a minute here, because we have the next two cards we have, both of them are pages. And this can be younger people around us, or it can be an actual younger energy. And the first page that we have here, or an immature energy, that's probably a better way for me to put it. The first page we have is the Page of Cups, and this is in the upright position. And when the Page of Cups comes in the upright, it is like a sudden emotional thing. So if it's a person, a younger person, let's say it's in our environment, our work environment, or maybe my boyfriend's younger than me, or my husband or wife is younger than me, or the person at work is younger than me, this page brings emotional messages, and this page can bring sudden change. So when I think about this page, it could be like something exciting and scary at the same time. So like, oh, I'm going to get married, but I'm going to run off and elope. Something that's very sudden. And we have this page in the upright position, so this may be like something very emotional to me, that I've decided that I'm going to step forward and take the chance anyhow. I'm sure it's going to work out, and I'm sure it's going to work out in the right way. But remember, we got the Magician here. We have this Six of Pentacles that's in reverse, which means we want to help, but maybe something's holding us back from being able to help. And then we got this emotional, like, plea, or emotional person, perhaps, coming at us, because the next page we have is the Page of Swords. And when I see the Page of Swords, I'm always like worried about what he's going to whack with that sword, because this is a younger energy, right? And I think, oh man, he's just ready because he's confident. You could see it in his face. You know, he, she, whatever it is in here, you can see in the face that they're confident they can beat anybody in this battle. So let's say it's my marriage partner or competitor that I'm dealing with, right? Each of us has, this is a general reading, a different situation. So it may be at work, and this is somebody I work with. It may be my husband or wife, or my boyfriend or girlfriend. It may be just a younger person in competition with me. Each one of us are individual. But in this case, this Page of Swords is coming up in reverse. And when the Page of Swords comes up in reverse, all I can think of is watch out, right? This guy, when he's in reverse, we don't know where that sword's going to hit, right? And he has his eyes turned away from the sword anyhow. So this could be a younger energy that's around me, right? Or it can be an energy around me of someone who is very charming, very charismatic, very, I don't know how to quite get the words out of my mouth, but I would think that they can be a really big time manipulator also. So they can be deceitful, they can be spiteful. So if it's in my work environment or my marriage partnership, I want to look at these things. Is this one of my kids? Maybe. You know, is this a child that's around me? It can be someone who is living off of someone else, like a sponger person. You know, like, are they living off their parents? Are they living off their friends? Do they talk a big talk? This, to me, when I see this Page of Swords in reverse, it's like, watch out. Is this someone I'm partnering with at work, you know, that seems to need my knowledge? Because this next card here shows that we have the knowledge, we have the skill set, we got the Magician, and this next card here is the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles to me is the person that knows their job. If you can see here, that guy's standing up on the stool and he's completing a project. And these other two people, if I can get the glare off for you, are questioning him, asking questions. So he must have the skill. Maybe they're setting a new project, you know, or, you know, if this is a marriage or a boyfriend-girlfriend thing, who is this, if it is a person that's coming into my life that is disrupting? So it always tells us with this one in here, we have this emotional kind of plea that's exciting and good. Then we have this reverse card, it's saying, heads up to us, pay attention. We have the tools, we have the means, oh, we really want to help, right? But right now, we may not quite be able to. So, what they're saying is be enthusiastic, Aries. We are all enthusiastic after all. We're fire signs. We are enthusiastic, but perhaps maybe we're sorry right now we can't help. Or if this is in our marriage partnership, have I been helping and helping and helping to the point where this is absolutely ridiculous? Because remember they said 7th house issues could be about divorces, alimony, lawsuits, that kind of stuff. Am I giving away too much information? We don't want to, because we don't want to try too hard for attention, but we do have this skill set, Aries. We have this skill set. We can see through people. We're fire sign. We know what's true and we know what's not. So whatever it is, as individuals that we're dealing with it this month, we have the skills, right? Have the knowledge. We know our stuff, we got the tools, but what tools do we use in this particular situation? We know that there's something going on. I usually see this in the Page of Cups in reverse, but there's something fishy going on. We have both pages. So is this one really emotionally like coming to us and maybe manipulating a situation to their benefit? Because when this sword card's reversed, it can definitely be spiteful and vindictive also. So it looks like it's an excellent month for us. We want to cooperate with others, right? If it's our business partnership, obviously we do. If it's our marriage, obviously we do. But if we're not being given the full information, remember that word, communication, is there something deceitful going on, or is someone saying, here, give me your tool because you're the magician, give me your work. If it's in a workplace environment, all I need is to maybe, all I need to do, if this is the other person, is just pretend like it was my idea to begin with. Or if it's my marriage partner, I have the skills. I know what they're like. I've been married to them for a long time. Am I paying attention? Is the communication right? Pay attention to how things look on the outside also, because wasn't it face-to-face public relations and alliances are also seventh house issues? And I want to keep on the lookout because I believe this is going to be a very good month for us financially, and I also believe we can put this Six of Pentacles in the upright really easily as long as we're not taken by surprise. So we're going to do what is ours to do. That means do our share of whatever's going on. And the first thing they said, because that word communication and courage, and they said, listen, if I have wise counsel, listen to it. So if I have a good friend that's seeing something outside of it when I'm talking about the situation, they're saying heads up, pay attention to that, and don't get into any of this, if it's work or at home, this duplicitous, this double meaning here. Don't get into this. It's like stay out of the politics of everything, because he's upside down and he's right side up, okay? So keep our things close to our chest with this Magician card. Be enthusiastic, be obedient, cooperate with others, as far as what we can, and let's see what the angels have to say. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just don't as long as we don't get involved in any arguments that are not conducive to us moving forward. And as long as we know what people are, usually people tell you, and if this is if they tell you what they are right up front, Aries, believe them. And in this case, with this Page of Swords in reverse, there's something a little fishy here. So even though we want to be cooperative, and even though the Page of Cups is right side up, Spirit's telling me heads up. So Aries, watch. Keep your heads up. Pay attention. Keep that listening skill at very high tune. I've known Aries in my life that I swear they had ears in the back of their head. So keep that antenna up there, Aries. Each one of us is individuals. And this angel card's kind of funny here. Be extremely efficient, because they're telling us to see only love. We can see it, but we can listen for whatever else is going on around it. And that's your angel card. They're saying, heads up, pay attention, you got the tools, you're the one that knows the business with this Three of Pentacles. Evaluate my tools, look at my little tool belt and figure out what I use for what, and how I go around this situation and still get and develop what I want, which is to sit in that financial flow, which is that Six of Pentacles, which is, to me, is more than enough to share and more than enough to spare. And what we all want to be in that kind of situation. Let's see what the see only love means, Aries. It says, look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings and see only love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. And that's absolutely true. We can help people, but we need to, communicate if we aren't capable of giving. And even though we want to, perhaps there's something that we really shouldn't be contributing to this month. Let's see what the alternative meanings are here for the card. It says, the angels gave you this card as a reminder to see yourself, others, and every situation through their eyes. When you focus on love, anything that's unloving will fall away. It's like turning on a light to diminish the previous darkness. And that's probably going to happen to us with this Page of Swords. It's going to turn a light on a particular situation. So keep your courage, Aries. Call upon the angels whenever you need to evaluate your vision to a more loving vantage point. And actually, perhaps we have to. A loving vantage point allows for people to do what they will, but at the same token, it doesn't mean that we have to go down that same path with them. And it says the additional meanings are look past the personalities and the egos of others, which is our 2-page cards here, and the one being in reverse. Look past it and see the angel within them. The angels can help you with this if it seems difficult. Aries, I think it's going to be difficult. It says forgive, release anger, hurt, or judgment to the angels and affirm what you desire instead of what you fear. What we desire is for this to turn upright. And I don't believe there's a reason for us to fear anything in life. It just doesn't mean, it means we have the courage to move through it and know what is good for ourselves. If this is what's good for others, it's what's good for others. And they said for us to pay attention this month. Heed our friends or family or someone that you trust, in this situation that can see it with outside eyes and a fresh perspective, perhaps. Communicate, courage, be very efficient at work. You have all these tools, Aries, if it's around your work or your partnership, and that being obedient, I believe it means doing our job or being obedient to stand where we're supposed to take a stand. Okay? And that is around face-to-face relationship, partnerships, if it's coming out like this and it just is all in the 7th house issues. Well, Aries, that's your October reading, and I want to thank you so much for all of your likes and shares and subscribes and all the time that you spend here with me every month. And if you want to just know more about me, you can go to the website. All the information is down below. Or if you want to schedule an appointment with me, I've been doing readings for 27, almost 28 years now. And I want to tell you, thank you for all of your comments and for all of the people that I've met through doing the readings. I have really enjoyed all of you. It's been an absolute adventure and excellent. All of you have been wonderful. So until next month, Aries, hopefully I will see you in November. Bye bye.